Hey, thank you for being with us. Ancelotti talked a lot about believing he has found a solution to the problem, together with the players, but he subtly insisted that the players must show results through actions and not just words. Here he is.
How prepared is Real Madrid to face a great team? The opponent has made a great start to the season, currently sitting in 5th place in the table, with the same points as 4th place.
Yes, it's true. Osasuna is doing well. They are well positioned in the table. They play very well. And they have a good footballing dynamic. We consider this a good opportunity to do better and show our best version at this moment. A moment that we know is difficult, but that's normal. We know we're not showing our best football, but I think tomorrow could be the opportunity to win again.
You say that tomorrow you'll have a new opportunity to play better, but it's only been 3 days since the loss. Besides tactical and physical work, have you talked about the situation? Considering again that you've only had 3 days for all of this, and that you'll be playing at 2 p.m. in Spain, which is an unusual time for you.
Yes, obviously we have talked and we have all tried together to study our current situation together, including the players. We believe we have found the problem and the solution. But obviously all this is theory. After that comes practice. And we have to try to react. Tomorrow we will try to show a different version from what we have shown in the last matches. I see the team united, motivated, and aware of the situation. We are confident that what we have identified is the correct solution to our problem, but we will have to wait until tomorrow to see if we are reacting in the right way.
Do you have enough strength to resolve the situation?
Yes, but this is not just about me. So we are all experiencing a difficult moment, and not just us, but also the club. We all remain a very united family with clear ideas about our goals. I have confidence in my players who are aware of the difficulties. We are going through a moment that always happens in football. But as I said before, this is an opportunity to overcome the problem and become stronger in the future.
You have said that you have found the solution, but what is the problem that Real Madrid has?
We believe we have found the solution, but as I said before, all this is theoretical, and practice is another thing, and we will see that tomorrow. I think this is not the right place to talk about the problems the team has had because everyone has their own opinion. We know we have to face reality, and the reality is that in the last matches we have lost. But this time we have to do things differently. We believe we have found the solution, and we will see tomorrow if this is true.
Yesterday, we all learned about the surprise that Mbappe will not travel to play with his national team. What do you think about one of the best players in the world, if not the best, not being called up? Have you spoken to him? How is Mbappe feeling?
No, I haven't spoken to him about this matter, and I'm not going to talk to him about it. This is a topic between him and the national team coach, so I have no right to judge his decisions. He has made this decision, and we have to accept it. I do not allow myself to judge these types of decisions. Mbappe is fine, motivated, but also down like all of us, but with the enthusiasm to try to resolve our situation.
I see that you are very serious and concerned about the team's situation. Do you regret staying with the team and not accepting the offer from Brazil?
You made me laugh. I appreciate you making me laugh, although I know it's not the time to laugh because we are going through a serious moment, and we need to resolve it. So laughing now is not the most appropriate thing, as this is a moment to analyze and act, as I just said. I do not regret anything, and I try to enjoy my time here every day I work here in Valdebebas. I will continue to enjoy until my last day here, and I will remain grateful for all the time I have spent and will continue to spend here. And that's all. I know this is a difficult moment, but I am happy to live it here at Real Madrid, the best club in the world, and it is also the best club in the world to overcome complicated moments like this. Moments that have always existed and will always exist, unfortunately.
Could you use Bellingham as an attacker near the area, different to what you did in previous matches?
Well, I can give you some clues, but as I said before, I think this is not the place to talk about this. I'm eager to see tomorrow what we have discussed with the players in these days, and I'm looking forward to seeing it on the field. We do not have an attacking problem. We do not have a positioning problem on the field. It's not a strategic problem, nor is it a formation issue. We have a defensive problem, not an attacking one.
Recently, you mentioned in an interview that Vinicius finds it a bit harder to play in the center of attack. But Vinicius has said that he is happy to play as a striker and that you convinced him to play in that position. Since Mbappe's arrival, why have we not seen Vinicius playing in the center of attack, allowing Mbappe to play freely on the left?
Simply because I've not wanted to change the position of the player who makes the difference in the team, and also because I believe Mbappe has the characteristics to play as a center forward. Sometimes during the match they exchange positions, and I don't want to change the system. I've already said before that our problem is not in attack, but rather in defense.
How is Valverde? Will he rest during the FIFA break?
Valverde is doing very well. He feels good and ready to play tomorrow. He has trained well in these days, and everyone has trained well in the 2 days we have had to prepare for this match. Now, I never said he had a back injury. The club has never communicated that. He had some discomfort in his back during the week, but he has recovered from that issue and is now fine, and we count on him for tomorrow.
How has your week been so far? Is it the same as what you experienced in 2014, when you maybe lost a match? Now that you say you enjoy every day in Valdebebas.
I enjoy every day. As I said before, even in difficult moments, because I see all the teammates united, trying to give their best. We have the support of the club and the players, although personally I recognize that these have been long, very long nights. Thinking, analyzing and thinking again, trying to find a way out. Afterward, I share my ideas with others, with the players, with the club staff. Then the nights feel less long. Now in the pre-match, the motivation arises, the desire to win, and the anxiety to see if the solution we believe we have found will work or not.
We haven't seen Endrick play in the last 5 matches. When he arrived, he at least had some minutes at the end of a few matches. How is he? What is the plan for Endrick?
I believe he is ready to play. He is doing well and showing that he has a lot of quality in training. I think the same of Arda. Both are young and are pushing. But as I said before, the plan now is to try to overcome the problem with a group. Is it possible to move forward with Endrick? Yes, I think so. Can I do it with Arda? Yes, I also believe so. But the goal is to get out of this situation as soon as possible. And it's not about giving more or fewer minutes to one player or another. But we can also overcome the problem with Arda or Endrick on the field.
How are the players after the defeat against Milan? Are they aware that they need to do more defensive work?
Based on what we have talked about, the answer is yes. We can solve the problem with a different performance. But as I said before, after the talks, we have to act. I can talk about things, but then I have to react. The same goes for all the players. We are all convinced that we will do it. So, I repeat, today are just words. Words that are carried away by the wind. But the reaction that we can and must show tomorrow will remain on the field. And all our fans will witness that.
What do you think your team needs to have optimal defensive intensity? Do you believe this is due to a physical problem, or is it an attitude problem? What do you think they need to have defensive intensity?
Sacrifice, focus, and collective work. So I've said this many times, but it remains the same. To solve the defensive problem, it's simply about having sacrifice, focus, and collective work. We need to make sacrifices to be a compact team, to be focused, to position ourselves correctly, as well as to make the right decisions in defensive actions like pressing or just covering the opponent. And that's it. Of course, there's also collective work, because if you defend together and we stay compact, we will do well, as we did fantastically last season. It doesn't matter if we press high or not. The key is to have a team that is compact defensively. It doesn't make much difference if we do high pressing or if we stay with a low block on the field. That doesn't matter. What's important is what I already said, to have a compact team.
Mbappe is being heavily criticized for his misses in front of goal, as well as his lack of defensive commitment. Do you think it's good that he stays in Valdebebas and doesn't go with his national team? Maybe this way he would be mentally more at ease. What do you think he needs to change to find consistency in his game and score goals again? Does he have a mentality problem or a lack of confidence? What do you think?
Well, I see that he is doing well in training, even though he is going through a difficult moment, just as each of the players on the team is experiencing a tough time. Each one of us has to think that this is an opportunity, and when a difficult moment like this comes, we have to be ready to quickly overcome the problem with motivation, very focused, and with a better attitude. This is how problems are addressed. This is how problems are addressed. This is how we overcome the challenges that arise. I think the problem he is having is the same problem we're all facing. None of us have been able to show our best version. I am confident that he will succeed. I trust that he will overcome this. But this is a difficult moment for all of us. I'm not just talking about him because I could say the same about Vinicius, I could say the same about Rodrigo, or I could also say the same about Bellingham. This is a difficult moment for me and for everyone. This is all normal. It is absolutely normal to realize that this is a difficult moment. This is not something rare. I have no trouble recognizing that this is a difficult moment, because it is very normal for this to happen in football. This is a sport where you have to take into account that there will be losses. I know we are not used to losing because everything had gone perfectly for us for a long time. So now is a bad and difficult moment, and we have to accept it, but that doesn't mean giving up. It's quite the opposite. We have to rise up more than ever. I am sure we will, because this is a group of healthy, strong, and motivated players. We are in a great club, the best in the world. So this is the best place to experience this and to overcome adversity in difficult moments. We are all in the same boat, me, the club, and the players. We're all very aware of this and more united than ever.
Have you changed your mind regarding the possibility of making signings? Do you now think it's necessary to sign players?
Now is not the time to make signings or to think about bringing in reinforcements, because thinking about bringing in new players would mean not correctly analyzing the problem we have. And this is something we'll discuss later in the coming months.
Recently, you always say in the pre-match, "I'm sure that tomorrow the team will play a good match and show its best version." But today I see you doubtful about what your team can do tomorrow on the field after your talks with the players. You even said that words are carried away by the wind.
No, it's just not that I'm doubtful. I simply see reality because I see the same thing you're saying. I know I've said many times that I am sure we will show our best version tomorrow, but today I tell you, we'll see tomorrow, let's see what happens. What I am sure of is that after having spoken, we will react, and we will not just talk. So I am really looking forward to see that tomorrow.
Right now, Real Madrid is facing difficulties. How do you see the future? What do you think will happen in the future?
If you ask me how I see the future, I tell you that the future is a season that could be successful. Despite the bad moment we are experiencing now, we will fight for all the titles in all tournaments. This is what I see in the future. And that's how it will be. That's how it will be. In a month, we will have the opportunity to win a world title. And I know we will compete in La Liga. Even though we are down now, we will compete in the Champions League. Even though we have lost 2 out of 4 matches played. This is what has always happened. This always happens.